I never got into anime as a kid. Sure, I saw a few episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Here and there, but I wasn't watching enough TV in general to develop any real interest in it.
I summon Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from my deck!
That's not what it does.
That is what it does, Pot of Greed!
However, I did read a lot of manga in my spare time, and I still remember some of the ones that really stood out to me, like Dragon Ball, Dora Base, and my personal favorite, Case Closed. When I moved across the country though, I didn't get a chance to bring any of those books with me, and so that pretty much marked the end of my Japanese media phase for the next 20 or so years. The thing about manga and anime is that I never saw the appeal of the artwork, as I was more drawn to the story instead. I loved reading about the many ways Conan would put together clues to catch criminals, how Goku had to push beyond his limits to defeat his foes in battles, and the rather unnecessary drama that the Dora Base team had to deal with just to play fucking baseball. Don't get me wrong, I didn't try to avoid them or anything like that. I just didn't see a reason to branch out, as I was already content with whatever was on TV or being advertised at the local GameStop at the time. It wasn't until about a year ago, while searching for something new to play with my brand new PS4, that a friend recommended a game to me that he said would
make me want to start watching anime again.
Naturally, I was a bit skeptical, but decided to give the game a shot anyway, since I couldn't find anything else that looked interesting. Little did I know that this game would go on to consume the next 200 hours of my life, while making me develop a newfound interest for manga, anime, and all other Japanese-related media. That game was Persona 5. Persona 5 is a JRPG developed by Atlus, specifically P Studio, a division of Atlus. In Persona 5, you play as a high school student named Ren. You can actually change the protagonist's name, but I'm gonna be sticking with Ren since it's canon. As Ren, you soon find out that you've been accused of a crime you didn't commit. You're then sent to live in Yongjianjaya, where you'll attend a different high school while on probation for the alleged crime. Things quickly spiral out of control, and before long, you find yourself caught between various plots and conspiracies that could threaten the fate of all humanity.
No way! You gotta be shitting me!
I am not shitting you.
Now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that this is the greatest game of all time, but I will admit that it's a pretty solid and engaging JRPG. Persona 5 feels different from the usual suspects, as the game's story feels more like a teen drama than your typical fantasy role-playing game. Plus, the ability to live out Ren's daily life enhances the immersion, making Persona 5 a genuinely compelling experience.
This the pity party for the guys who didn't get anything on Valentine's?
Come on, lay off.
Must suck to have no game.
As you go through Ren's life, you meet, greet, and team up with various friends and allies to form what is known as the Phantom Thieves. Together as a team, you'll tackle various societal issues that were inspired by the 7 deadly sins, such as government corruption, corporate greed, and the exploitations of others.
What's up, yo? Now come get some!
In order to do this as the Phantom Thieves, you have to infiltrate the subconsciousness of criminals to steal their hearts, which in turn will force them to change their ways and confess to their crimes.
For all of this, I wholeheartedly apologize.
The game spans the course of a school year, which consists of 2 semesters, with a potential for a 3rd semester if you do everything correctly. What I mean by that is, you have the royal version of Persona 5, you get to experience an extra semester towards the end of the game. You can actually mess this up completely by ignoring your friends and allies and not earning enough of their trust through P5's social system.
I don't need friends, they disappoint me.
And while Persona 5 has a pretty good combat system that's somewhat similar to the Pokemon series, for most of the game, you'll be living a typical life as a Japanese student. You need to study like one, eat and sleep like one, and interact with others who also happen to be Japanese students.
Yep.
These interactions will offer valuable insights into the world of Persona 5, and in my opinion, they're essential for gaining a deeper appreciation of the game's characters, world building, and lore. Furthermore, building positive relationships with the people that you meet provides various benefits and perks that will aid you throughout the game. These include increasing the number of personas you can have, gaining access to items and equipments that will assist you in combat, and even the ability to make curry.
Yes!
Persona 5 also lets players engage in various side activities such as fishing, darts, and batting cages to name a few. Like many great RPGs, the game also gives you the option to develop romantic relationship with its diverse cast of characters. This includes a goth doctor with a heart of gold, a journalist who's investigating a murder, white woman, and a prodigy shogi player that's caught up in a scandal. You can choose to pursue them all at once, but I usually don't recommend this route, as infidelity, much like in real life, will only lead to pain and suffering.
I came to say hello yesterday, but when I looked in the window, you were with someone else. You dick!
Persona 5 also has, in my opinion, one of the greatest soundtrack ever in the video game. The music works amazingly well, blending acid jazz with a hint of rock here and there to enhance the game's overall atmosphere. Each track seamlessly complements the game's unique visuals and narrative, and is definitely a top 10, if not top 5, OST of all time. As I mentioned before, while the game is great, it does have its shortcomings. For instance, there are moments when things feel like they're dragging on a bit too long, and some areas could have used more depth, like the dialogue option, since picking different choices will often lead to the same outcome regardless of what you choose. But overall, these issues are minor and don't detract from the fact that the game is virtually bug-free and still offers a compelling and enjoyable experience. The story, with its many twists and turns, it's intriguing and full of surprises. The combat provides a solid challenge with its various boss, mini-boss, and secret boss battles. The many activities and diverse location you visit will keep things fresh throughout your playthrough, and of course, the romance option are all unique and engaging, adding to the overall experience across the 100+ hours you'll be spending in Persona 5.
Really? Then, would you like a thorough examination?
Yes, definitely.
So today in this video, I'll be playing Persona 5 for as long as my editing and mental capacity will allow. I'm going to be breaking down each and every day of Ren's life, all while providing the occasional commentary on what's going on. There's not going to be a catch for this video though, as I take my time management in games very seriously. So serious in fact, that I'll be following a damn spreadsheet just to make sure I don't miss out on anything important. I'm also going to be importing over my previous playthrough, as Persona 5 offers a new Game Plus mode. Oh, one more thing I want to mention. I usually prefer my JRPG subbed, because for some reason, I just can't take the English voice acting in them seriously, as it tends to remind me too much of whatever this is. But for the purpose of understanding the dialogue, I'll be playing it dubbed. So, with that being said,
This story is a work of fiction. Similarities between characters or events to persons living or dead in your world are purely coincidental. Only those who have agreed to the above have the privilege of partaking in this game.
after starting the game, you'll be greeted by a narrator, followed by a cutscene. The tutorial now starts, and you can begin controlling your character. Persona 5, like most JRPGs, is pretty linear, and while you do have some control over your character, the choices about where you can or can't go are pretty limited, so don't go in expecting Skyrim level of freedom or anything like that.
Stop right there!
You won't get away!
Take him down, Joker!
You then be introduced to the combat system when you run into a shadow, which is something I'm sure that the game will explain in more detail later on.
Persona! Go down!
Pull out before their backup gets here! You should be able to get out that way. Hurry!
With the way clear, you make a run for the exit, which turns out to be on the other side of the stained glass window.
See ya!
Enemies here?
What's wrong?
These readings. It can't be!
What happened?
An ambush? Joker, can you handle this?
No.
Guess the drug was too strong. Wake him up. No dozing off. You still don't get it, do you? Give it up! Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works. Sign here.
It's a confession under your name.
After the arrest, you're placed in an interrogation room. You then be asked to sign a form, which also happens to be where you get to choose your name for the rest of the game.
I'm Nijima from the Public Prosecutor's Office.
The prosecutor's office? What business do you have here?
Just let me through. It's urgent. There's something I need to confirm with the suspect.
This is Sei. Sei is a
public prosecutor.
Should be showing up every now and then throughout the story to question you about your involvement with the Phantom Thieves. Early in the game, you won't be able to tell if she's trustworthy or not, so be careful about what you say to her, as what you tell Sei can affect the many different endings of Persona 5.
When and where did you find out about that world? How is it even possible to steal another's heart? Now, tell me your account of everything. Start from the very beginning.
While talking to Sei, you'll be interrupted by a voice inside your head.
This is truly an unjust game. Your chances of winning are almost none. For the sake of your world's future, as well as your own, you must remember.
After waking up from what seems to be a bad dream, you find yourself on a train heading for Yongen Jaya.
This is the last stop for this line. For all subway lines.
Please help!
Damn brat! I'll sue!
What? Are you for real? A mental shutdown? It's the truth! To a person, though? That's gotta be a joke. You really love all that occult stuff, don't you?
Once you get off the train and make your way into the city, you'll see this.
Well, after meeting you, I get the feeling that's what's going on.
Huh?
And tomorrow's task is so...
You know, I'm pretty sure I saw this in an old episode of Power Rangers.
Right this way. Just stay close to me. What? He copied my whole fucking flow! Oh, word for word, bar for bar!
Yongen Jaya is a fictional residential district in Tokyo where you'll be spending the majority of the game living at a coffee shop called Le Blanc.
Oh, right. They did say that was today.
Entering Le Blanc, you'll be greeted by its owner, Sojiro.
I'm Sojiro Sakura. You'll be in my custody over the next year.
Sojiro is one of the many side characters in Persona 5. Unlike Sei, you'll be seeing him a lot more often since you'll be staying in the attic of his coffee shop.
This is your room. I'll at least give you sheets for your bed. You look like you want to say something.
After talking with Sojiro and tidying up the room, it's time for bed.
Just get in the car.
Stop it! No!
Don't give me that shit.
See, this is what I meant when I said the dialogue feature needed some work. I get that it's a JRPG, and that most of them don't have branching choices, but if you're gonna give me different dialogue options that results in the same outcome anyway, then maybe just don't have them at all. You could argue that it's trying to make things more immersive, but it doesn't really do anything. So in the end, it doesn't even matter. A few exceptions to where your choices do matter will show up every now and then though, so I'm not gonna complain too much.
I'll call the police!
Call them if you want. The police are my bitches. What are you looking at?
Get out of my face!
Before falling asleep, you see that the app from earlier has returned.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
Trickster, welcome to my Velvet Room.
You would then awaken to find yourself in chains, locked inside what is known as the Velvet Room.
Welcome. I am delighted to make your acquaintance. This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. It is a room that only those who are bound by a contract may enter. I am Igor, the master of this place. Remember it well.
This is Igor, a returning character from past Persona games. Alongside Igor are a pair of twins, Caroline and Justine. You'll be visiting the Velvet Room and interacting with its inhabitants quite often throughout the game, as this is where you'll be spending time with the various Persona-related mechanics.
In the near future, there is no mistake that ruin awaits you. Haha, worry not, there is a means to oppose such a fate. You must be rehabilitated toward freedom. That is your only means to avoid ruin. Allow me to observe the path of your rehabilitation. Now then, it seems the night is waning. It is almost time. Take your time to slowly come to understand this place. We will surely meet again, eventually.
Now hurry up and go back to sleep.
After waking up, Sojo will give you a ride to your new high school, Shujin Academy, where you meet the principal and your homeroom teacher, Kawakami.
Be sure to read the school rules. Any violations will send you straight to the guidance office.
Kawakami is another side character who will initially be put off with the idea of having you in her class due to your criminal record.
But really though, why me? There should have been better candidates.
She will eventually come to accept you, and I recommend earning that acceptance as soon as possible, just because she offers one of the best perks in Persona 5.
Say the line, Bart!
Kawakami is also a romance option in the game.
What a troublesome situation. Why in the world was someone like that admitted here?
Here you see Kamoshida, the school's volleyball coach. He's a highly respected figure within Shujin due to his past athletic accomplishments, and at the same time, he will also be serving as the first antagonist of the game.
Then again, if anything were to happen, I'd kick out a student like that right away.
Following the meet and greet, you head back home with Sojiro, but not before hearing about yet another mental breakdown that's been happening all across Tokyo.
Back to today's top stories. A subway train has derailed, severely affecting the timetable across all of...
Oh, another accident. So that's why it's so crowded. There's been a lot of those lately.
Back at the attic, Sojo will give you a diary to record your daily activities, which is just a fancier way of saying that you can now manually save the game.
Here's the diary. Make sure you keep it up to date.
As you prepare for bed, you see that the app is once again back on your phone. So what does our protagonist do? Delete it for a third time, of course. That means it's gotta work this time, right?
Fool me once. Shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
On your first day at your new high school, you first start the day with some curry from Sojiro before heading off to this train station. From there, you need to navigate to the Aoyama Chome neighborhood where Shujin Academy is located. The game's levels can be a bit overwhelming at times, particularly in the train station and in some of the dungeons you visit later on. I recommend taking your time though to fully explore everything, as there's lots to discover in every corner of each map.
Oh man.
Did it say it was going to rain today?
Huh? It's raining outside?
It just started all of a sudden. This is why I hate the early spring.
That reminds me. Did he take an umbrella?
Hmm? Who are you talking about?
This sucks. I left early today, too. This seriously sucks.
While taking shelter from the rain, you meet a student named Anne, who I'll talk about more in detail later since she isn't a major character in the story just yet.
Good morning. You want me to give you a ride to school? You're gonna be late.
Sure, thank you.
Another student, however, will show up to make a remark about Kamoshida as he drives away.
Damn it! Screw that perfect teacher.
Perfect teacher?
This is Ryuji, a key member in the formation of the Phantom Thieves. He fits into the doofus/best friend archetype. While it might seem like he's just around for comic relief, there's more to him than meets the eye. Like you, he's also been dealing with being blamed for things he didn't do. And on top of that, Ryuji comes with a variety of catchphrases.
For real? For real? For real? For real?
So there's never really a dull moment when he's around.
What do you want? You planning on ratting me out to Kamoshida? He does whatever the hell he wants. Who does he think he is, the king of a castle?
Message! Ryuji would then explain what kind of a person Kamoshida is, describing how he sees himself as a king who uses his influence at Shujin to terrorize the students.
You're from Shujin, right? Huh. A second year, huh? We're the same grade then. This rain ain't too bad. We better hurry up or we'll be late. My head hurts. Damn it, I want to go home.
After finishing your conversation with Ryuji, the two of you will head off for school, but not before flash forwarding back to your interrogation with Sei.
There was a terrible subway accident that day. You remember it, don't you? I assume you know of the uproar that the public calls the psychotic breakdown incidents.
I gotta say, the constant flashback and flash forward can get a bit annoying, as they appear pretty frequent early on, especially as you meet new key characters. Thankfully, they'll mellow out later as you progress deeper into the game, so for now just bear with them, as they're meant to heighten the overall drama of the story.
It was all over the news, and one of the victims included a teacher at your high school. What happened around that time? Tell me everything, truthfully.
Didn't come the wrong way, though. Yeah, this should be right. What's going on here? I guess we'll just have to go and ask.
I'm gonna go off script here and say who the fuck sees a giant castle in the middle of Tokyo and thinks it's a good idea to go inside?
That's weird. Where's the school? Jeez, you freaked me out. Who are you? You a student?
A student in full medieval knight armor. A
Come on, don't just stand there, say something.
You stupid.
Hey, what's going on? This shit's real. Calm down. Time out, man.
Take them away!
You would then throw into a jail alongside Ryuji.
Be glad that your punishment has been decided upon.
No one's allowed to do as they please in my castle.
Huh? Wait, is that you, Kamoshida? This ain't funny, you asshole!
Not only did you sneak into my castle, you committed the crime of insulting me, the king! It's time for an execution! Take him out! Take this! Lily scum! Useless pest! Huh. Where'd your energy from earlier go? A peasant like you isn't worth beating.
As you're about to be executed by what appears to be Kamoshida, this happens. This is known as an awakening. I actually just found out what it's called when replaying the game. Guess I must have missed the explanation the first time around.
Guard! Start by killing that one! You'll learn the true strength of my men! You little...
Ha! You like that, you son of a bitch? Okay, it's locked. Hey, what was that just now? And your clothes? Whoa, it went back to normal. Anyways, let's scram. You lead the way.
After them! Don't let them escape!
After taking care of Kamoshida, you both will head for the exit, but not before meeting yet another character.
What is this thing?
You're not soldiers of this castle, right? Get me out of here! Look, the key's right there! You wanna know where the exit is? Let me out, and I'll take you there. You don't wanna get caught and executed, right?
Fine. Now where's the exit, you monster cat?
Don't call me a cat! I am Morgana.
This is Morgana, a weird-looking cat creature who also becomes an important part of the Phantom Thieves, who'll be tagging along with you throughout the game, offering guidance and insights into the world of P5.
Oh shit! Oh shit, it's them!
Hey you! You can fight, right? Let's go! Come!
You got one of those things too?
I'm just gonna say it, I don't really fuck with Morgana. Out of everyone in the game, he constantly finds ways to piss me off, whether it's through his ways of talking,
Treasure!
or just being an all-around simp.
Such admirable consideration for others, and the innocence to cast herself into the jaws of death to achieve her goal. What a girl! She's captured my heart.
Ew! I will add though that his ego does calm down a bit as the game progresses, which in turn makes him a bit more tolerable.
We're here!
Oh, finally! We're saved! But what about you?
There's something that I still have to do. We're going our separate ways. Those two seem useful, especially the frizzy-haired one, if my judgment's right.
You have returned to the real world. Welcome back.
After escaping the castle, you and Ryuji will find yourself back in the real world.
What was all that anyways? That castle and Kamoshida and that weird cat?
What's with the yelling? Are you students of Shujin?
Cutting classes, are we?
After talking to the police, you head out once again to find your school.
Wait a sec! Is that guy for real? Fine, I'm going! Is this for real? I'm sure we came the same way. What's going on here?
That's exactly what I wanted to ask you.
When you arrive at the location where the castle was, you find that it has mysteriously vanished. You then run into Kamoshida, who doesn't remember anything about the castle, and confronts you for being late on your first day.
What's this about a castle? You're that new transfer student, correct? I'm sure you've heard from the principal. But cause any trouble and you'll be expelled. Understand? At any rate, hurry up and go to the faculty office. I'm sure Ms. Kawakami's tired of waiting. Good luck trying to enjoy your new school life.
Oh, unbelievable. Being over half a day late on your first day? I'll have you introduce yourself when class resumes.
Being super late on his first day? He really is insane.
Settle down. Today we had him attend from the afternoon on since he wasn't feeling well. All right, please say something to the class.
Nice.
Your seat will be... over there, the one that's open. Sorry, but can the people nearby please share your textbooks with him for today?
Ugh, this sucks.
Oh my god, buddy. Are you good?
Lies.
Inception!
Did you catch that? Do those two know each other?
After class is over, Ryuichi will ask you to meet him on the school's roof,
I'll be waiting on the rooftop.
where he'll finally give you a proper introduction.
There you are. Sorry for calling you up here like this. I bet Kawakami already told you stuff like, don't get involved with him, huh? I'm Ryuji Sakamoto. I'll come talk if I see you around. Don't ignore me, alright?
Once that's taken care of, it's time to head back home for a lecture from Sojiro before you can finally get some rest.
I hear you ditched half a day on your first day of school. Just when I was thinking you had it together this morning. What are you standing around for? Get upstairs and go to bed already.
After getting scolded by Sojiro for missing school, it's time for bed, but not before he tripped to the Velvet Room for some more exposition. Dude can't catch a break, he's just trying to sleep. The next day, while on the subway, you witness an interaction between another student from Shujin and a few passengers.
Please, take my seat. My station's coming up.
Are you sure? Oh, then.
Oh, wow, what speed. It's all right. I can understand his position as well. I'm sorry I couldn't be any help.
It's all right, dearie. Don't you worry.
Pardon me. Thank you so much for earlier. For speaking up when I offered my seat on the train. You're a second year at Shujin Academy, correct? I'm a first year there myself. Thanking you totally slipped my mind back on the train, and I didn't want to be rude to my senpai. Senpai! Senpai senpai! Senpai! Senpai senpai! Senpai! Senpai senpai!
Now it's time to live an honest student's life, which consists of getting to school on time and answering questions in class.
Hey there, Takamaki. Things have been pretty dangerous lately with all those accidents. Hey now, being a model's fine and dandy, but don't work your pretty little self to the bone. You mentioned you weren't feeling well, right? Something about appendicitis?
Tonsillitis? Appendicitis? Yeah!
Oh, and be careful around that transfer student. He's got a criminal record after all. If something were to happen to you...
Thank you. Please excuse me.
Yo.
After school, Ryuji will approach you with the idea of trying to find a castle again for some reason. You know, the same castle that almost got the both of you killed.
I want to talk about that castle from yesterday. Hey, that reminds me. Didn't you have a navigation app thingy on back then? Let me see your phone for a bit. Oh, wait, this is it!
Kamoshida. Shujin Academy. Beginning navigation.
Look! It's the castle from yesterday! We made it back. That means what happened yesterday was for real too. What's going on here? This makes no effing sense at all!
Hey!
While inside the castle, you run into Morgana again.
To think you guys would come back to the entrance when you barely managed to escape.
Man, fuck you! What is this place? Is it the school?
That's right, but only to this castle's ruler. I think you called him Kamoshida? It's how his distorted heart views the school.
He'll catch you up on everything that's been happening while introducing you to the various game mechanics, such as safe rooms, which are locations within the metaverse that you can use to rest, and the ability to use airsoft guns as real weapons.
Damn it! This is bullshit! Stop it!
Leave us alone. It's useless. If we stay obedient, we won't be executed like you guys.
You're telling me you want to stay in a place like this?
Wait a minute. Were you planning on taking these guys out of here?
So yeah, it turns out that Ryuji wanted to head back inside the castle to try and save the students from being held captive, after Morgana calls him an idiot.
How stupid can you be?
What?
It turns out that the students here aren't actually real. They're distorted representations of how Kamoshida views their students as Shujin.
These are only humans in Kamoshida's cognition. They aren't real humans that have entered from reality.
What the hell? Why's it gotta be so complicated?
However, the trip wasn't for nothing, as this is where Ryuji will also have his awakening.
Oh, you n***s again? How far the star runner of the track team has fallen. Oh, I can only imagine the pain of the others who were dragged under with your selfish act. What a tragedy! You blindly trusted this fool, and he's led you right to your death. Hurry up and dispose of them. I can't stand their stench.
God damn it!
Ryuji, move!
It can't be.
Oh! Oh! You piece of...
I bet you simply came here on a whim and ended up like this, isn't that right? How dare you raise your hand at me? Though it was only temporary, have you forgotten my kindness in supervising track practice?
It wasn't no practice, it was physical abuse! You just didn't like our team!
It was nothing but an eyesore. The only one who needs to achieve results is me. That coach who got fired was hopeless too. Had he not opposed me with a sound argument, I would have settled it with only breaking his star's leg.
What?
Do you need me to deal with your other leg too? The school will call it self-defense anyway. Once these two are dealt with, you're next. What are you doing? Silence him!
Stop looking down on me with that stupid smile on your face!
You made me wait quite a while. You seek power, correct? Then let us form a pact. Since your name has been disgraced already, why not hoist the flag and wreak havoc? The other you who exists within desires it thus.
Oh, this one as well.
Right on. What's up, Persona? Blast him away, Captain Kidd! How about that?
What a meowvelous and beautiful girl!
Hey, let go of her, you perv!
How many times must I tell you until you understand? This is my castle, a place in which I can do whatever I want.
Ignore him. Let's go!
Anyways...
Wait. I guided you as promised. It's your turn to cooperate with me.
We never said anything about helping you out.
Huh? Don't tell me. Are you not going to repay the hospitality I showed you?
We're busy. Thanks for everything, Cat. You've got guts being a cat and all. See you around.
the hell? Oh, seriously?
After escaping the castle for the second time, Ryuji would suggest finding a way to take down Kamoshida for his abuse of the students at Shujin.
Yeah, I dragged you around a lot, huh? Ugh, sorry, man. I totally remember the faces of the guys Kamoshida was treating like slaves. Once we make him fess up to any physical abuse, Kamoshida will be done.
Following this, you'll see a scene between Anne and her friend Shiho.
I haven't been sleeping well lately. Whenever I close my eyes, I keep thinking about too many things.
Shiho.
Nationals are coming up soon, so I keep thinking, should someone like me really be on the starting lineup?
Sorry to interrupt, Suzui. Mr. Kamoshida told me to get you.
Well, I better go.
Hang in there, Shiho.
With that settled, it's time to head back home for another lecture from Sojiro.
You're home. I take it you actually went to school today? As long as you're not getting into trouble, it's fine by me.
And yet another return trip to the Velvet Room.
I'm tired, boss.
The next day, you're required to attend a teacher versus student volleyball game, which doesn't really end well for the students.
Let's resume the match.
Well, anyways, now's our chance to go look for the guys we saw were slaves yesterday.
You and Ryuji would try to sneak away to get some confession from the volleyball team. Unfortunately, your efforts are in vain, as the team members, who are all terrified of Kamoshida, refuse to share any information about his abuse.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't try and hide it, we already know.
Please, leave me alone. You're really bothering me.
It's only when you run into Mishima, the kid who was knocked down earlier by Kamoshida, that you finally get some information, although not very useful ones.
Hey, got a second? Kamoshida's been coaching you, huh? You sure it's not just physical abuse? That's...
What's going on here? Mishima, isn't it time for practice? As for you, any more trouble and you'll be gone from this school for sure.
Bastard.
Same goes for you.
What'd he say fuck me for?
Didn't the principal tell you to keep in line? This won't get us anywhere. Let's go, Mishima. Shujin Academy is a place where those with aspirations come to learn. Unworthy students like yourselves don't have any right to be here.
After talking with Mishima, there's nothing more for us to do at Shujin, so it's time to head back home and get some rest. The next day, we finally get a break from all the action, as it's a much more mellow day, with the only significant thing being a scene between Anne and her friend Shiho.
That bruise above your eye. Is that from practice too? Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
I'm okay. Volleyball's the only thing I can do right. I should get going.
Yes. Today won't work. I'm not feeling so good. Sorry. Bye.
Hey, wasn't that Takamaki? You know, she seems pretty easy, huh? You think I'd have a chance too?
Come on, dude. You can't go after Kamoshida's bitch.
You then run into Shiho.
What? Oh, I'm in the way, aren't I? Sorry. This might not be any of my business, but don't let the rumors get to you, okay? My best friend is often misunderstood too, all because of her looks. Anyway, I have to go to practice. I'll see you around.
After talking to her, you meet up with Ryuji, who will tell you that he also hasn't been able to get any information on Kamoshida.
All of them kept saying the same shit Mishima was talking about. Kamoshida had to have told him something.
While talking with Ryuji, you hear a familiar voice, which turns out to be Morgana. Somehow, he's managed to find you in the real world outside of the castle.
I finally found you!
You say something?
Don't think you can get away with not paying me back for helping you.
That voice. Is that you, Morgana?
How dare you up and leaving me the other day?
The cat's talking?
I am not a cat!
Wait, you came to our world? Does that mean you've got a phone?
You know what? I actually love this line. It was so stupid and out of left field that it left me completely blindsided and gave me a pretty good laugh.
You don't need one when you're at my level.
And he fucking killed it. Dude, you suck.
That aside, why can you talk? You're a cat!
How should I know?
There's actually a movie about this.
You know, I could tell you a thing or two about what to do about Kamoshida.
We really have to be looking for a cat in a busy time like this?
I just heard a meow somewhere near here. Didn't you hear it?
Meow? Does that mean only us two can understand what you're saying?
Looks like it.
Hey, tell us more. Then again, this probably ain't the best place. Here, stick it in your bag for now. It should be just small enough to fit.
Back on the rooftop, Morgana will explain to you how to take down Kamoshida by changing his distorted perception of reality.
You'll need to attack his castle. Erasing a palace essentially means forcing the owner to have a change of heart. If we erase a palace, there is no doubt that the person's distorted desires will be erased as well. If all of those yearnings were to vanish, they'd be no different than someone who is shut down entirely. They may even die if they're not given proper care.
They might die?
So yeah, it turns out if you kill someone's manifestation while inside of their respective palace, they will also die in real life. Good job, Cat. That information seems like something we should remember, as it may or may not be useful later on.
Message!
If we just go around secretly doing whatever we want, we'd be no better than that effing Kamoshida!
Isn't this your only option? I'll come back later. Make sure you've made your decision by then.
While heading to the train station to go home, you spot Anne having what looks to be a heated argument with someone over the phone.
Will you please give it a rest? I told you, I'm not feeling up to it. Wait, what? That's not what you promised. And you call yourself a teacher? Wait, were you listening? Haven't you heard of privacy? It's nothing at all. Nothing.
No, I don't think so. What the fuck? Leave her alone, bro. Oh, you can. Nice.
Stop following me! Just leave me alone! What the heck? I really don't get you.
Yeah, you know what? I don't get myself either.
You've heard the rumors, haven't you? About Mr. Kamoshida. Everyone says we're getting it on. But that's so not true. I avoided giving him my number for the longest time. He told me to go to his place after this. You know what it means. If I turn him down, he said he'd take my friend off as a regular on the team. I've been telling myself this is all for Shiho's sake. I've had enough of this. I hate him. But still, Shiho's my best friend. She's all I have left in that sorry excuse of a school.
Damn, bitch, I go there too. What the fuck? This is Anne, another important member of the Phantom Thieves. Her story revolves around her being misunderstood and judged for her looks. Much like you, Anne recently transferred to Sujin and is also an outcast due to rumors about her and Kamoshida having a relationship. That, and I'm guessing the whole being mixed while living in Japan thing doesn't help either.
Don't tell anyone what I told you, okay? Well, thanks.
After talking with Anne, you see a conversation played out between Mishima and Shiho.
Are you leaving?
What is it?
Mr. Kamoshida's asking for you. He's in the PE faculty office. Well, I have to go.
On.
The next day starts out pretty normal, as nothing really happened throughout the morning. While you're in class though, this happens.
Hey! What's that?
Wait. She's going to jump!
Suzui?
Shiho?
No way! Huh? Is she gonna commit suicide?
It's Suzui! Shiho Suzui!
Huh?
Yeah, holy shit, they really did that. Well, at least Shiho doesn't actually die here though, so that's good for Ann. During the commotion, you and Ryuji would try to track down Mishima as he was acting suspicious during the whole ordeal.
That guy.
When you catch up to Mishima, he'll finally tell you about Kamoshida's abuse.
Why'd you run like that, huh?
I didn't run.
She jumped and tried to kill herself!
Suzui. She was called out by Mr. Kamoshida. It wasn't just me or Suzui either. He'd nominate someone when he was in a bad mood and hit them. But yesterday, he called Suzui out of the blue. She didn't make any mistakes or anything. Mr. Kamoshida seemed really irritated that day. So it must have been worse than usual.
He didn't. That son of a bitch!
Hearing this, Ryuji will head straight to Kamoshida's office to confront him. By now, you probably noticed how hot-headed and rash Ryuji can be, as he tends to tackle his problems head-on. His character arc actually delves into this trait and takes you on a side quest later to help him try to find inner peace, which is pretty cool.
Huh?
You bastard! The hell did you do to that girl?
What are you talking about?
You ordered me to call Suzui here. I can only imagine what you did to her.
You're going on and on about things you have no proof of. What can you do? We just received a call from the hospital. Suzui's in a coma, and her chances of recovery are slim. How would someone like that make a statement? There's no chance of her getting better, I hear. Oh, the poor girl.
Why are you stopping me?
Oh, you're stopping him? What a surprise. There's no need to hold back. Why not attack me? Oh, you can. But of course you can't. Everyone present right now will be expelled. I'm reporting all of you at the next board meeting. You threatened me too, Mishima, so you're just as responsible. You act like you're a victim. But you leaked his criminal records, didn't you?
Mishima? He told me to do it. I had no choice.
Huh? Oh, right. We have that.
You worthless kids aren't making any sense. But sure, go ahead and try. After all, you'll have plenty of time to kill until expulsion.
After the confrontation with Kamoshida, the team gets together to devise a plan to change his heart. The discussion is cut short by Ando, who wants to join in on taking him down as well.
We can't waste any time. We gotta hurry up and go to that world and beat the shit out of that asshole.
We're not beating him up. We're simply stealing his distorted desires.
Someone almost died because of him. I don't give a rat's ass what happens to him anymore.
Is it true that you're getting expelled? If you're going to deal with Kamoshida, let me in on it too.
Ryuji, however, isn't thrilled about the idea and quickly tells her to leave.
This has nothing to do with you. Don't butt your head into this.
That was harsh. I hope she doesn't do anything too crazy. Women can be much bolder than men at times.
As you're about to enter the castle for a third time, you see that Anne has actually been following you ever since Ryuji told her to fuck off earlier.
They really are going to do something. They're doing something on their phone? A name... school? Huh?
Unfortunately for her, this means she'll also be sucked into the metaverse alongside you.
All right, time to bust.
What is this?
Takamaki? Why are you here?
How should I know? What's going on? Hey, where are we? Isn't this the school?
Anyways, you gotta leave.
Just take her back to where we came in. That's how it worked last time, right?
Oh yeah! Can you lend me a hand?
Hey! And just where are you touching?
Ah, jeez. Takamaki found out right when we were starting off. We gotta deal with this fast.
That girl's name is An Takamaki, right? Lady An.
I hate this dude. Following Anne's removal, Morgana will assign you all with silly little nicknames for some reason before heading inside.
The shadows have noticed us. You better brace yourselves. Got it? We're counting on you, Joker.
Joker? That a nickname?
Don't refer to it in such a lame way. It's a code name. What kind of stupid phantom thief would use their real name? I'm not down for that. Next up is you, Ryuji. You'll be... let's see... Thug.
That's literally my name. Why couldn't he just call me that? I hate this dude.
Are you picking a fight with me? Yeah, I'll choose it myself!
Fine. Why not Skull, then?
Oh, that sounds awesome! I'm Skull! What do we do about this one's codename? How about Mona?
Well, if Joker thinks it's easier to call me that, then I'll go with it. Alright, from here on out, we're Joker, Skull, and Mona.
With the codenames out of the way, the team heads back inside the castle to find Kamoshida's treasure. At this point in the game, Persona 5 will throw every single tutorial at you as you explore Kamoshida's palace, most of which are combat related, so get ready for lots of fights with shadows from here on out.
Ravage them!
After exploring the castle for a bit, you'll be shown a scene that shows that Anne has somehow found her way back into the metaverse.
This is that place from earlier. What's up with this app?
Princess?
Huh?
Unfortunately for her once again, she's captured shortly after.
Still, why was a princess in such an odd place?
It doesn't matter now. We must take her back to King Kamoshida.
Your friend, Lady Ann. She's been taken by shadows!
Wait, what? We sent her home earlier! Damn it! We let her out for her own safety and she just came back in by herself.
With Anne in prison, it's up to us to rescue her. Luckily, you won't have to search far, as she's literally being kept in the room next door, down the hall.
This is effed up. Is that what he thinks of the girls on the volleyball team?
Hey, that's...
Takamaki!
Just when I was about to start enjoying myself.
What's the deal with this guy?
You little...
How many times are you gonna come back? I bet you just like those thieves. You came because you're pissed at me, huh? But, I forget that chick's name. But it's your fault she jumped, you know.
Huh?
You were so reluctant to throw yourself onto me that I had her take your place.
You bastard!
No!
Take one more step and I'll kill her on the spot.
Damn it!
When you find her, however, you soon realize that she didn't really need any rescuing after all.
I've had enough of this. You pissed me off, you son of a bitch!
My, it's taken far too long. Tell me, who is going to avenge her if you don't? Forgiving him was never the option. Such is the scream of the other you that dwells within.
You stole everything from Shiho. You destroyed her. Now it's your turn. No one's gonna stop me now. Let's go, Carmen!
With Anne's awakening, she'll join the team to help you quickly dispatch the shadows, causing Kamoshida to flee the room.
Oh shit.
Why'd you come here, man? And more importantly, how?
Hey, is that how you speak to a woman? Are you alright, Lady Ann?
Lady Ann?
Hey, don't look at me like that. I'm just as shocked as you are that those words actually came out of his mouth.
A search party will be coming for us soon. There's no time to explain. We don't have a choice. Let's retreat for now.
We were just getting fired up and you had to go and get in the way. Fine. Here, give me your arm. You take the other side.
After leaving the castle, the group decides to let Anne join in on the plan.
Fine.
Then it's decided. Well, I hope we get along. I'm going to make Kamoshida atone for what he did. Not just for Shiho's sake, but for everything he's done.
With another member added to the team, it's time to head home after a long and eventful day.
Stay upstairs while we're open for business.
Yes?
We'll talk about her later.
Is this some kind of abandoned house?
Hey, are you... I was wondering why I heard meowing. What did you bring it here for? Look, this place is a restaurant. Animals are a no-go. Though, I guess you might stay on good behavior if you've got a pet to take care of.
You assume too much, Sojiro. I actually want nothing to do with him.
Morgana? Huh. I was hoping I'd get to name it.
Looks like the chief likes me better than you.
I hate this dude. I've been putting it off, but Morgana actually has a side arc where he tries to convince you that he has amnesia and that he was once human. That's all I'll say about it for now though, as you won't learn more about his past until much later in the story. After forming a deal with Morgana to try and help him recover his memory, you know what's gonna happen. From here on out, the days will start to fly by as the game picks up pace. After a regular day of class, the group will meet up to gather supplies for the upcoming fight against Kamoshida.
This is the clinic that the chief mentioned. Now, how can we get them to give us some medicine?
This is Tay. Tay is a side character in Persona 5 who will be providing the thieves with various healing and buff items throughout the game, in exchange for some sketchy experimentations.
You're a pretty weird kid, you know? I wonder what you're going to use the medicine for. Well, as long as you don't cause me any trouble, it's not my problem.
After gathering medicine for the team, it's time to head home.
What's up?
The next day, Ryuji will ask you to join him at a store, an airsoft shop to be specific.
You looking for recommendations? I don't know, just buy whatever looks interesting to you.
Ugh, some customer service.
This is Iwai. Iwai is another side character in the game. Like Tay, he's a vendor who will supply you with various weapons, accessories, and armor throughout your journey.
Listen, this here's an enthusiast shop. My regulars will be mad if I let a casual like you hang around.
I'm not a freaking casual. I bought shit from here like last week.
After you're done shopping around, it's time to head home. Like I said, the days are gonna be flying by pretty quickly from now on.
Good morning. Come on, hurry up and get to class. Good morning. That admirable behavior won't do you any good once you're expelled.
The day starts off normally, with nothing much happening throughout the early morning. After homeroom, Kawakami will ask you to see her in her office.
There's something I'd like to ask you. It won't take long.
I see you're already getting on top of the problem I'd mentioned this morning, Miss Kawakami. I appreciate the support.
Thank you again.
Oh, you know this guy, Yoshizawa?
Yes, he lent me a helping hand earlier.
I recommend you steer clear of the likes of him if you have any consideration for your future. Remember the discussion we just had? There are a number of students in this school you shouldn't get involved with. This one's at the top of the list.
Sorry to interrupt, but I need to use the guidance office.
Oh, pardon me. We should be going too. Don't want to get in the way of guiding this delinquent and all.
Please excuse us.
After you. I'm gonna get straight to the point. Did something happen between you and Mr. Kamoshida? I don't mean to pry, but just make sure you don't go causing trouble, okay? Oh, and one more thing. That girl outside the office? You didn't make a pass at her, did you?
Senpai, senpai. Senpai,
All right, that's all I wanted to discuss. You're free to go.
So with the preparation nearly complete, all that's left is to secure a route to the treasure. I forgot to mention that the game also has a social feature that lets you see what other players did on a given day. It's a small feature that I often overlook, but it's useful for getting some ideas if you're feeling a bit stuck. Or you can just find a guy like I did with the spreadsheet. According to this chart here, I'm supposed to be spending time with Tay. Shit, brother, you don't gotta ask me twice. The spreadsheet also showed that I need to secure a treasure route by the 20th, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip over it until then. With the deadline approaching, it's finally time to return to the castle and map out the way to Kamoshida's treasure.
I hope you all understand that our time limit is May 2nd.
We basically just have to go to that castle and steal the treasure from Kamoshida, right?
But wait, what even is a treasure? I want to know that before we do anything.
A treasure is the physical form of the palace ruler's distorted desires. In other words, it's the core of the palace. Once we steal it, the palace will crumble. I think.
And where can we find it?
There's no way of knowing that until we go in and find out. But if I had to guess, I'd say he has it locked up somewhere in the depths of the palace. In any case, our objective is to find the treasure's location somewhere in the palace. Make sure we go about this with time to spare so we can avoid any unforeseen circumstances.
Message!
I expect great things from you guys.
Before heading inside though, Justine will appear to let you know that Igor wants to speak to you and is waiting for you inside the Velvet Room.
The prisoner has returned.
The Velvet Room is now accessible through various doorways that has appeared at different locations throughout the game, allowing you to use its features whenever needed. After your chat with Igor, you can stick around to mess with the Persona Compendium before heading back into the castle.
So, where do we start?
Let's head to the safe room we found last time. It's in the first floor of the west building. That's pretty close to our usual entrance. It should be a pretty decent starting point.
Safe room?
It'll make sense when you see it. Well, let's head out.
Kamoshida's castle is one of 8 dungeons in Persona 5. Each dungeon features its own unique look and style, and offers a variety of activities including collectibles, combat challenges, and puzzles. The footage that I recorded in the castle was mostly consist of me running around, fighting shadows, and solving puzzles for a couple of hours, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip over to the part where we actually find the treasure.
Oh, what is this place? Holy shit! That treasure thing's gotta be in here.
Hey, what is this? It's floating in the air.
That's the treasure. We finally found it.
Once you enter the treasure room, Morgana will disclose some crucial information he's been keeping from the group.
Just hold on a second. I was planning on telling you more once we made it this far. Simply finding the treasure isn't enough. We'll need to make it materialize before we can steal it.
But how do we do that?
We warn them. Tell them they're going to steal your heart.
So we're gonna send a calling card? Oh, that's totally what a phantom thief would do!
Once we do that, the treasure will appear for certain. I think. Our infiltration route is secure. All that's left now is to pump out a calling card in reality, then come back to take the treasure.
With this new information, you're ready to head out and prepare for the final trip to the castle. Before setting out the calling card though, I'll be spending the next couple of days on other activities, since the deadline to change Kamoshida's heart isn't until May 2nd. At this point in the game, Sojo will start allowing you to leave LeBlanc at night, giving you the opportunity to explore various side activities in Yongin. With that said, since we're still in the introductory chapter, there aren't as many activities available now as there will be later on. However, there's still plenty of things to do, like working a part-time job, making coffee with Sojiro, and participating in public baths with old men.
Look, knowledge isn't enough. You need proficiency to adapt on the fly. You also need kindness to be accepted, and guts to be honest and direct. Plus charm to draw people to you. The quality of your character says a lot about you, so it's important to better yourself every day.
Really? But it takes so much work. But I'll do it if it means I'll get a girlfriend. I guess I'll start by showering every day. I hear girls prefer a dude who's hygienic.
With today being the day we'll be sending out the calling card, the team will gather after class to decide who will be responsible for making it.
Tomorrow's finally the day.
So, who's going to write the card?
Leave it to me!
Why?
Why? Why wouldn't it be me? Who are you? You a student? Does that mean you've got a phone? The hell? Why's it gotta be so complicated?
This is important. Are you sure you can handle the pressure?
Yeah, I got this!
All right then. Tomorrow it is. You'd better not slack off on this.
With Ryuji in charge of the card, it's time to head back home and prepare our final trip to the palace.
A calling card?
I heard it was already posted by the time everyone got here this morning.
Sir Suguru Kamoshida, the utter bastard of lust. We know how shitty you are, and that you put your twisted desires on students that can't fight back. That's why we have decided to steal away those desires and make you confess your sins. This will be done tomorrow, so we hope you will be ready. From the Phantom Thieves of Hearts.
Wow. Not bad, huh?
I looked up a bunch of similar stuff online for reference.
Yeah.
Who's responsible for this? Did you do this, or was it you? Was it you two? What garbage. It's not a problem. You'll be expelled soon enough anyway. Come, steal it if you can.
Does that mean the treasure's appeared? We'll be able to get it today, right?
It's not just today. It's only today. The impact of seeing a calling card doesn't last long. And it cannot be repeated. This will be our one chance to steal the treasure.
After Kamoshida's final threats, it's time to head back inside the castle one last time. Once inside, you need to make your way back up to where the treasure is located. I'll admit, when I first played this game, I didn't realize that fast traveling within the metaverse was a thing. I must have missed a tutorial or two. But you can actually fast travel between the save rooms that you discovered. So with that in mind, let's hurry back to the last save room in the castle, which is conveniently located right next to the treasure.
Oh yeah! The treasure has appeared!
Man, it's huge!
What do you think? It's just as I said. Now we can steal it. Oh, the shine brings tears to my eyes.
The cat's acting awfully excited.
After Morgana's done pissing me off, it's time to grab the treasure and make our escape from the palace.
Go, go, let's go, Kamoshida!
I won't let anyone take this. This proves that I am the king of this castle. It is the core of this world.
However, before we can leave, Kamoshida will make his grand entrance for the final showdown, which happens to be the first boss fight of the game.
Yo, pervert! Were you waiting to ambush us?
I just made it easier to find you. What a selfish misunderstanding.
How is it a misunderstanding? You were doing things that you kept in secret from others.
People around me were the ones who kept it secret. Adults who want to share in my accomplishments, students who have the drive to become winners. They willingly protect me so that we all may profit from it.
Profit?
There are too many imbeciles who don't understand that. Including naive brats like you and that girl who tried to kill herself.
True, she's a total idiot. Letting you manipulate her, trying to commit suicide. And I'm even more of a dumbass for not realizing that. But no matter what kind of fool someone might be, they don't need your permission to live their lives!
Drop the attitude, you mediocre peasant. There is no wrong in using my gifts for my gain. I'm a cut above all other humans. That's right. I'm not like you. I am a demon who rules this world!
What the hell?
Kamoshida, like most bosses in Persona 5, is extremely difficult to beat, as each boss has multiple phases that you need to tackle one after another. I'm not going to be showing the entire fight against Kamoshida to avoid giving too much away, just in case you want to experience it for yourself. With that said, I'm just going to boom this full real quick so we can move on.
Go down!
You dare strike me!
What's wrong? Not running away? Why don't you run? Aren't you a great athlete?
It's always been like this. All those goddamn hyenas forcing their expectations on me! I'm doing this all for them! What's wrong about demanding a reward for that?
Scared right now? You're seeing the same view that Shiho did. I'm sure she was scared too. Except she had no choice but to jump. What will you do? Will you jump? Or would you rather die here?
Do you want to finish him off? It's your call.
No, please wait! I beg you! Just forgive me!
Shut up. I bet everyone told you the same. But you took everything from them!
I accept defeat. You want this? Take it. Go ahead and finish me off. You do that, and my real self will go down too. You have that right, since you've won.
On! If his mind shuts down, he can't admit his crimes.
You're kind, Lady An.
I've lost. You're through when you lose. All right. I will leave now and return to my real self. I'll make certain.
Hey, just so you know, we don't have time to waste. This place is about to collapse.
Run!
We're gonna die! We're so gonna die! Hey, what the?
No fair, you jerk!
It's been a while, so I just tripped this hand.
That sucked.
Look at the nav!
The destination has been deleted.
It's true. We can't go there anymore.
What about the treasure?
What the?
A medal? Wait, where'd that crown go?
It means that was the source of Kamoshida's desires. To him, this medal is worth as much as that crown we saw in the palace.
An Olympic medal. So, that perv kept clinging to his past glory and couldn't let it go.
But this means that Kamoshida's heart might have changed, right?
Probably.
Our expulsion's on the line here!
Come on, why the gloomy faces? Be happy! We completed this with great success, you know.
We just don't know if everything's okay yet.
Yeah.
Anyways, I guess we gotta wait. It all boils down to what's gonna happen to Kamoshida. Or if we're getting expelled for real.
Yeah. Let's go.
With the distorted Kamoshida dealt with, all that's left is to wait and see if his heart will truly change. Between now and May 2nd though, you have a few days of free time to do as you wish, so make sure to spend your time wisely. On the day of your expulsion, the school will gather everyone for a conveniently timed assembly.
Let's begin this school-wide morning assembly. As you all know, a tragic event took place the other day. Thankfully, we have been informed that she has pulled through, but it will take time until she recovers. Everyone here has a bright future ahead. I implore that you rethink the importance of life and... Mr. Kamoshida, what's the...
I have been reborn.
The plan seemed to have worked though, as Kamoshida will confess his crime in front of the entire school.
I have repeatedly done things that were unbecoming of a teacher. Verbally abusing students, physically abusing my team, and sexually harassing female students. I am the reason why Shiho Suzui tried to kill herself.
Sexual harassment? What?
I thought of this school as my own castle. I am truly sorry for putting innocent youths through such horrible acts. I am an arrogant, shallow, and shameful person. No, I'm worse than that. I will take responsibility. I kill myself for it.
Don't run, you bastard! Shiho's still alive, even after all the things that made her want to die!
You're right. You're absolutely right. I should be punished under the law and atone for my crimes. I did horrible things to Takamaki-san as well. In return for giving Suzui-san a position on the team, I tried to force her into having relations. As of today, I will resign from my position as an instructor and turn myself in. Someone please call the police!
The police?
Is he for real? He's gonna get arrested?
With our mission to rid the school of Kamoshida complete, it's time for a celebratory buffet, where we'll also get to choose the name of the Phantom Thieves. I never quite understood the purpose of this, since everyone would still be calling you the Phantom Thieves, but for now, you're finally free to live out your everyday lives with your newly formed friends as regular students. And with that, I'll be wrapping up the playthrough for this video. While Persona 5 may have its moments of dragging things out and some repetitive backtracking, the compelling story and memorable characters will keep you engaged throughout its 100+ hours of runtime. The game's intriguing narrative, combined with its unique portrayal of the everyday life of a Japanese high school student, makes for a standout experience that's both captivating and thought-provoking. Whether you're a fan of JRPGs or is new to the genre, Persona 5 is sure to offer an adventure that's both rewarding and well worth your time. And with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.